Hello everybody, Storm here. Welcome back to Factorio. In the last episode, we began taking our raw materials that we brought in and working on our new bullets that we are going to be making. And so far, we've been working on all of the chemistry needed to ultimately create our cordite, which is the explosive propellant for the bullet. And we've gotten up to the point where we have our sulfur and nitric acid mixture and glycerol gas, which we will be eventually combining to make nitroglycerin. And then we'll be making the rest of the stuff to make the cordite. And then we'll be assembling the bullets, the casings, and then packing the explosive into the casings with the bullets. And then making the magazines, and then basically putting the bullets in the magazine. So, that's what we are going to be doing today. So let's go ahead and get right to it. So we're going to need a couple of pumps. Maybe if I place it in the right spot. There we go. And then we need 3 chemical plants to make the nitroglycerin. Alright, how do I want to do that? I think that'll work. Nitroglycerin. Alright, so we need to get that there. And that there. Okay, so let's see. If we do this. Okay. Actually, let's do like this. There we are. And then we put that in the tank, and there we go. An extraordinarily dangerous tank of material. Alright. Then we're going to want to pump that to the next thing, which is eventually going to be making our cordite, but we're going to need our petroleum jelly and our gun cotton first. Alright, so I'm going to head on over here to the just get those deliveries. There we go. To our refinery here, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to grab some of this residual gas. Let's see, how do I want to route this stuff? Let's see, because we got this pipe. Probably need more steam over here. I probably want to put it on this side of that pump. So I think I probably want to pull it off of here at some point. How about this? Let's move this light. And then we'll hook in there. And then we'll route this down here. Okay. Speaking of nitroglycerin, while I'm working on this pipe, is that nitroglycerin is the primary ingredient in what is known as dynamite, which is actually different from TNT. TNT is a completely different chemical. Dynamite is a combination of nitroglycerin and diatomaceous earth, which is where the dynamite name comes from. The problem with dynamite is that if let to sit for a long time, the nitroglycerin tends to seep out of the mixture, and it was used early on in mining, and you'd have problems because you'd have crates of dynamite, and then you would get pools of the nitroglycerin as they would, if it would sit for too long, begin to form underneath, this stored dynamite, and it would become an extremely dangerous. Well, the dynamite itself is still dangerous, and then you get these pools of nitroglycerin. It would be even more dangerous because if you are, in a mine where you don't have electricity and you have a torch or a lamp of some sort, a single ember falls into that pool and all of a sudden you have a massive explosion that kills everyone. And so it was Alfred Nobel who sought a solution to this problem and ultimately developed TNT, which is where he actually made his fortune. Unfortunately for Mr. Nobel, that this highly stable, much more stable explosive proved to be ideal for the manufacture of new explosive weapons, and so it began to be used for, the explosive filler in cannon, artillery shells and things like that. And so he feared that his legacy would be one of basically an arms merchant. And so it is why he developed the Nobel Prize system, using his fortune to fund, well, yeah, the Nobel Prize Foundation, I think. Yes. So, for all these achievements in, science and literature and the Nobel Peace Prize, so that he would have his legacy be, that instead of, developing a material that was used in weapons. All right. Which ultimately wasn't his intent. He wanted to basically develop something that was much safer, primarily for use in mining. Okay, so we need to take this residual gas and turn it into our petroleum jelly. I need to do that somewhere. I guess we can bring that all the way over here. Let's see. Petroleum jelly. There we go. So I'm going to probably want this a little bit higher. There we are. And there's our petroleum jelly. Okay. And then for gun cotton, we're going to need wood and nitric acid, which we have the nitric acid. Over here, we have our... We're going to need, what, 3 of these? 1, 2, 3. So we have our naphtha. We have nitric acid. Okay, so we're going to be making synthetic wood. So yeah, there we go. Now, getting this out of here. How much is this going to produce in terms of wood? 12 per second. Okay, we can definitely put that on the belt. With inserters. Except we're going to bump into that. And we're going to bump into this here. Well, let's see. Could I... just do it as a surface belt. I think so. Yes. Okay. There we are. Excuse me. Okay. So now we need to take the wood and the nitric acid, make gun cotton. We're going to need 5 assembly machines. Okay. There we are. And we're making the gun cotton, which is there. Okay, and then I need to pipe that up there somewhere. So we're going to have to go in a bit of a circuitous route here. How much are we making per second? 12? There we are. Okay, so now we take our petroleum jelly, gun cotton, and our nitroglycerin into 4. I'll just go ahead and make 5 because we're going to need another one of them anyway. Let's make the rest of these assembly machines. Alright, so I guess we'll just go ahead and do that here. 1, 2, 3, 4. To make our cordite. Which is where? There it is. Cordite. Alright. So actually, let's put those pipes along the bottom. Okay, and we can probably put Oh, but I'm using a loader. Let me change that idea. Hold on. There we are. Need to put that on that side. So, what's the rate? This was what, 12 per second, right? No, 1 per second. 1 per second. Okay. We'll have you offset near. Get you both on the same belt. There we are. And that produces 4.6 per second cordite. All right. And so we're going to pick up the cordite. And there we are. Excuse me again. All right. So now we need to make our bullets and casings. Which actually we're going to need another. We're going to need another. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm going to need another one of these. Another assembly machine because we need to take our copper coils, sheet coils, and turn them into copper plates. There we are. And I think we'll just use the I mean, we're not going to put it like in a chest or a silo or anything like that. I'm just going to bring that up here. Okay. And so we're also going to need our tungsten. Tungsten. Did I bring tungsten over? I did not bring tungsten over. Ooh, I forgot something. I have the bay for it, but I did not actually bring it over. Okay. Tungsten. There we are. Okay. And we're going to need a train. And I can set up its schedule here. Refueling and activity. Go grab some tungsten. Let's see. Tungsten plates. Inventory full. And then bring it here. Inventory empty. And go get the stuff. Alright, there we go. Alright, so we're going to have this coming out of here. And this is going to be making our AP bullet projectiles. Projectiles, however you want to pronounce that. Alright, and then we're going to need our gunmetal. Our gunmetal is here. Oh, that's gonna need some power, isn't it? Let's see. That'll do. Gunmetal for our bullet casings. Alright, and we have our cordites, our casings, and our bullets. Then we're going to go to assemble our actual bullets. This actually kind of worked out pretty nicely where everything's positioned. There's a tungsten. All right. Okay, so then we have our bullets. Steel plate. Which the steel... Ah, yeah, steel is coming from up here. Steel's coming from here. Which we're going to borrow from here. To make magazines. I'm just trying to decide where I want to route this steel. Alright. Oh, the steel. No. We don't want to bring that all the way through here. Steel can kind of stop there. And then we can turn the steel into the magazines. And then we have our magazines and our bullets. That go into here to make our AP ammunition magazines. And then we are going to put those in a passive provider chest. Right there. And of course, it's just outside the electrical coverage. There we are. So we now have our new bullets. Alright, I'll let that build up. Actually, no, we're just gonna let that go. And just fill that up as much as it can. Alright. There we are. That is complete. And we are at the end of the episode. So we will end this here, and then we'll get on to something else when we come back. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.